It's time to get those March Madness brackets ready. Today is Selection Sunday, where the Furman Paladins are going to find out who they will be facing and where. With summertime right around the corner and temperatures on the rise, more and more boaters are going to be out on the water. But here's what DNR is saying about safety precautions you will need to take. The Greenville-Pickens Speedway has been a historical marker for the upstate of South Carolina, but with the track in disarray and its future in limbo, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is weighing in. South Carolina has reported 3 new measles cases heading into spring break, with health officials quickly becoming concerned that the total number is reaching 1,000. But I donate mine to Harvest Hope as a financial donation.
What will the final result be?
Let's find out. Right here behind me is where the entire attack unfolded. The officer was sitting in his car when the sheriff says the suspect pulled up beside him and opened fire, unloading multiple rounds of incendiary ammunition at the officer.
This incident stemmed from an ambush-style attack against a Greenville City officer around 1 o'clock this morning.
WYFF News 4 was able to get the actual video showing exactly what happened. You can see here the suspect slowly pulls up to the officer's car. In the video, you see him unload 5 rounds into the driver's side door. The suspect took off, and the officer was able to call for help and was quickly rushed to the hospital. Not long after, the suspect's car was spotted, and a shootout with law enforcement ensued. The suspect died on scene. Now, the investigation on the how and why this situation happened is still underway, but the good news is that the officer is fully expected to recover from his injuries. At the Greenville County Law Enforcement Center, James Wagher, WYFF News 4. This isn't like any normal art class.
Today, we're celebrating Jackson Pollock and Youth Art Month.
Harder Reynolds is one of the many students at Pine Street Elementary that celebrated Art Month by mimicking the style of art by Jackson Pollock, but they did it on their clothing.
All the students action painted their own article of clothing and wore them to school today.
With each splash of paint, the students were able to express themselves through art in more ways than they could have ever imagined.
One thing I did was dunk my hand in a plate of paint and splatter it all over my shirt.
But the students weren't the only ones enjoying themselves. Families and communities came together to experience action painting. And art isn't just for the classroom, it's for everybody. Take this behind me, for example, using color and creativity to inspire a community.
I wanted the community to be involved. I wanted families or guardians to be able to do it with their children, to be able to action paint with their children. They had paint parties, neighborhoods would all go to one house and they all painted in the backyard.
Allowing students to enjoy themselves and learn in ways that can get a little bit abstract.
I just splatter painted like no one's looking. And my mom and dad certainly weren't bossing me around on it.
In Spartanburg, James Wagher, WYFF News 4. When the temperature outside drops below 38 degrees for longer than 4 hours, many people end up scrambling to find a place to have warm shelter, like Miracle Hill. I was in Anderson earlier today where I spoke to the director of Hope Ministries, where he says many people are taking advantage of the warming shelters.
It's an emergency situation. So we've taken this building and set up cots. So we have 32 cots for men that we'll set up in basically office spaces, but you'll see the cots that we have set up. We'll set up 12 cots for women.
The director says they are averaging about 50 people a night. This is the 35th time this year the Hope Mission Warming Shelter has opened this winter alone. Last year it opened 50 times. You can check out the WYFF4 app if you need to learn any more information on warming shelters in your area. For WYFF4 News, I'm James Wagher.